Hi, my name's Holly. Welcome to 5-Minute Birth Classes. Today we're going to talk about supplements. Now, there's some really general supplements that are recommended for pregnancy. I'll go through some of the really important vitamins and minerals here today. This one might have quite a few parts because there's a lot of stuff to get through. Now, only about 50% of the pregnancies here in Australia are planned, which means that a lot of the time you don't know you're pregnant until you're already 5, 6, maybe 7, 8 weeks pregnant. For those who do plan a pregnancy, then go see your GP or another medical professional and get some baseline health checks and bloods done, just to see if there's anything extra to be aware of in your health. I will do a whole nother session specifically for preconception. But the idea is that any supplements you take, you want to be on for about 3 months pre-conception. So starting with folate. So folate is one of the B vitamins. It's vitamin B9. Folate is used in our body for cell creation, like healthy cells, DNA formation, making our red blood cells, and also in babies to reduce the risk of something called neural tube defects. Now, the neural tube is the tube, it's one of the first things formed in babies. It's the tube where the spinal column and the brain form. And so it's really, really important. So a lack of folate can actually cause that to form abnormally, which can lead to something called spina bifida or anencephaly. There's a few different variations of the defects per se. But obviously, your baby's brain and spinal column is very important. So folate is a recommended supplement through first trimester. So from conception, if not 3 months prior, through to at least 12 weeks of pregnancy. After that, as long as you haven't been deficient in folate, you can stop taking it. So folate comes in our diet in the form of dark green leafy vegetables, lentils and beans, chicken, eggs, seafood in some cases, and fruits and vegetables and nuts. So dried fruit and nut works. For a lot of us, the food that we eat isn't particularly high in folate compared to what it might have been generations ago, and this is why supplements are now a good idea. Supplementation of folate should specifically be for folate. There is a synthetic form of folate called folic acid. It's not quite the same thing. It is synthetic, so it's made in a lab. Is usually in a form which can be quite irritating to your gut, which, if it is irritating to your gut, then reduces how much it can be absorbed. The difference between folate and folic acid is that with folic acid, about 1 in 3 or 30% of us don't actually metabolize it, which means all it does is it binds to our folate receptors, can't get used, slows down our body's ability to then absorb folate from our diet, and then it can actually reduce your folate levels overall. As I said, it can cause some gastric irritation, and for some of us it even slows the metabolism of folate down, and even if we absorb it ourselves, sometimes that can be quite slow. So I would definitely recommend one that's a folate supplement, not a folic acid. The best form to get folate is in what is called a methylated folate. This is something that is found in a lot of supplements. Also can be just found by itself, a methylated folate supplement. It's really well absorbed. It's very bioavailable, which just means that your body can actually absorb a really high percentage of what is given to it. And it usually comes up pretty quickly if you have been deficient in it. Now, for most of us, when we're not pregnant, our daily requirement is 400 micrograms of folate. When you're pregnant, that increases 1.5 times to about 600 micrograms. However, if you are deficient in this, or if you're having more than one baby, you might have to increase that, and that is definitely something to chat to your healthcare professional about. See ya.